Other interesting business news, GM CEO says that they will not hit their goal of 1 million EVs by 2025 because the market just isn't developing. Huh. Who would have thunk it? Oh, yes, smarter people like the chairman and CEO of Toyota, who said we're going to invest a lot of money into hybrid technologies, which the free market, that's what most Americans are gravitating towards, and that's one of the fastest growing segments of automotive sales. The most hilarious thing in terms of business ineptitudes, GM makes one hybrid, the Corvette, which makes me die a little inside knowing that the Corvette is only 2 pedals, comes in the hybrid and EV mode, but I partially digress. Now, this comes from a very appropriately named website called Inside EVs. And this article is specifically written by Kevin Williams, who's right over there. They say, quote, GM won't hit 1 million EV target by 2025, market not developing. GM CEO Mary Barra announced that it won't hit its production capacity goal, but remains optimistic that the EV market will continue to grow. And you can see their whole portfolio of EVs. One of them is like a rendering of a Buick, which all the companies go EV, that I wouldn't guess that given the demographics of who buys a Buick and why they buy a Buick. Which is a fun ADHD question. Do you know anyone who willingly purchased a Buick vehicle in the past 20 years? I know friends and family who have gotten them. Unfortunately, the most common way to acquire a Buick in your life is by an older relative passing away. That's why my dad has one, because my grandpa passed away, and they thought, well, at the time, what was it, a 2001 LeSabre or something like that? Or I forget what the specific model is, but they're darn near bulletproof. At the time, they're pretty reliable, so they just kept it. Now, I'm not sure of anyone who's done that since. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Do you know anyone who has bought a Buick in the past 20 years? Willingly, I'll add that. They say, quote, GM shocked the world in 2021 when Mary Barra announced it will go to 0 emissions by 2025. Oh, Mary Barra. They said one of the first milestones was coming up. GM planned the production capacity to build 1 million EVs per year in North America by the end of 2025. But today in an interview, she said, well, not so much. Mary Barra specifically said, quote, we're seeing a little bit of a slowdown here. We won't get to 1 million because the market just isn't developing, but we'll get there, unquote. Which, again, is also, investors should also be asking, wait a minute, you want to shut down the most profitable parts of the company? You want to be full EV by these dates? Cadillac full EV by 2030, the whole portfolio full EV by 2035? Are you inebriated, perhaps, drinking on the job? I don't know. Why would you do that to the people? Now, he says, quote, General Motors moving to an all-electric future. Almost what's more important is the vehicle is really the software platform, unquote, which is the most ironic thing in business and politics is the United Auto Workers electing someone who wants to destroy their industry by making them go to EVs where they make less money and need less rudimentary labor, which is what the UAW is traditionally known for. That being said, of course, I do know good people who are actually hardworking who do work there. A couple of them. Now, Mary Barra says, quote, the next 10, 11, 12 years is going to be pretty transformative in the way people move, unquote. They're still confident that they'll get their software to be even better than the competition. Which, I mean, I don't know what the Las Vegas odds are of having their software being superior than the competition. I'm just saying in terms of the outlook or the match 8 ball, if you're to shake and be like, will GM software be superior than the competition in the next couple years? Outlook, not so good. I mean, they are recruiting more and more of them, but again, you also have to build a culture around it. I mean, they need a huge transformation, and are they really capable? I mean, let's just say I'm a little bit pessimistic to say the least, but let me know in the comments. Do you know anyone who's bought, I mean, their EV sales are technically increasing. Do you know anyone who's bought a GM EV, again, who doesn't have a family member who works there, so actually had to pay full price for it? And did they actually enjoy the product and the whole situation? Let me know in the comments. As always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in. Again, we're trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you could click that button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, giving me a thumbs up or a thumbs down or comment is a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take the time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, tell anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.